Hey YouTube fam, how you be? Thank you so much for joining me and sharing these positive vibes here on YouTube. I am drawing some tarot cards, right? And right off the bat, the Two of Swords has come out to play. It's the card that flung out while I began shuffling. So someone may be struggling to make a decision, right? And this usually, it has a tendency to be connected to past pain, right? Like not wanting to experience that pain again. And therefore, you may also be stifling yourself from more simply out of fear. Or this is a matter of your mind has the clarity to know that, you can sense BS coming from a mile away and you're like, no, there's a barrier to you now. You do not have access to me now because this is a new beginning and I don't think so. So let's see what the rest of this reading has to say about it, shall we? Okie dokie, so that's card one. Let's go ahead and actually cut the deck. Drawing the middle stack, 3 stacks, middle to the top. Let's go. So we start with the Two of Swords. Then we have boosh, the Ace of Swords. So I feel like that's confirming the mental clarity of it all. Like now that you've reached this point, here we go, fam, to new beginnings indeed. Look at that. It's also kind of a bit with the what is it, laurel or something that's coming down from it. I'm probably completely wrong and that's okay. Feel free to correct me when I'm actually wrong because I don't want to be, That's embarrassing. What is this, the internet? So, but it's kind of like the idea of not only a gift from the heavens and the divine, but it's like, boosh, yes, you've made it to this point. You are winning. That's like one of the hashtag winning type vibes that can come up in tarot, right? You've done it. You know better now, right? So card 3, I like to think of tarot as a chapter. If you're returning, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So chapter 3 is bringing up the strength and resiliency that you have gained through life and your experiences, right? You not only, sometimes I like to think of this card as representing someone whose vibe soothes the room, right? You may not even realize that you have that effect on people because what you've been doing and all this work and everything that you've been just like, okay, not the fuck right now. I'm handling this, right? Yes, you are. And here's more clarity and more wisdom and more heck yeah. You're soothing yourself. You're nurturing and taking care of yourself. You have that fire and you're kindling that flame. You're adding to it and you're never letting go again, right? She's also wearing, this person is also wearing a lot of white, which can signify innocence and purity, right? Returning to thyself and accepting yourself. Recognizing that all that drama and all that BS, whatever the heck it was before, that enabled you to wind up in this place and how you handled things and considered things and evolved in that kind of processing. It's like, oh, I get it now. And that's your strength and resiliency, top notch, top tier. You know what I mean? That's some top shelf is what I'm trying to say. And after the strength card is justice. Scales, literal scales balanced. You have 2 of the 3 cards in which the sword is going straight up. There's no wavering. There's no confusion. We're not thinking about the past. Maybe we're not even thinking about the future. We are present. We are aware. And may the odds be ever in your favor, right? That I'm feeling like it's basically the same vibe as the Wheel of Fortune though, because it's, this could be talking about legal things. But what I'm feeling is, those who Maybe in the past you leaned toward petty, you lead toward revenge, and even if it was passive aggressive, you know, the West Coast, I'm on the West Coast, I'm in the Pacific Northwest of America, and some people can be very dang passive aggressive, you know what I'm saying? This is, you've done your time. The karma is rebalanced. Maybe you did do something and there are some consequences, but it's balance. Take it with grace. Learn the wisdom from it, move on. But what I'm really feeling is the odds are in your favor. This is a time with all this work that you've been doing. You're enabling this, right? This is time for things to balance out and be true. If you've been seeking truth, you're finding it, you're getting it. Sometimes be careful what you wish for, but I feel like in our ability, I feel like personally, maybe you can resonate, maybe you understand this, and that's why I feel like talking about it. I feel like I've been going through such an awkward phase in the growth process, right? Because like you realize that the things that you wanted once upon a time don't fulfill you the same anymore. It's just not the same, right? And it can be a bit awkward figuring out like, okay, well, what does resonate? And this is the perfect time, using myself as an example, to recognize this is when I need to let go. This is when I really need to be in my faith in myself, in my abilities, and trusting that this connection that I have, that I've been building on my entire life, whether you believe in the same things as me or not, like we're kind of, you know, we're just doing our thing, right? Is stronger than ever, and I need to trust. I need to remember that the universe knows how to completely boggle my mind and leave me in awe. Because I love that shit. So I just need to trust it, right? Maybe you can understand. Just trust. Doing what you can, knowing how to conserve your energy and utilize that shit, right? Two completely different things, right? So while we're talking about choices and decisions that we be making, let's see what card's going to come up underneath that Two of Swords. Bam! To new beginnings that lead to your legacy. This is what you've been trying to not just make quick choices and stuff. Like maybe you didn't care enough about your life and your future before to do those things. I can relate. And now you care. That's why you're thinking things over. You're making sure you're not being flippant with your future nor your present, right? It's all, you know, you know? So the Ten of Pentacles, that's your legacy. That's what you leave behind. That's what you're curating. That's what's sacred to you right now. It's not just about the money, but it's kind of, it's good. Right? The things that you're building right now, the seeds that have been planted this season and all of this growth, that's what it's leading toward. Duolingo is harassing the crap out of me right now. You can't see my notifications, but I can. Goodness. Maybe you understand that too, right? So coming up underneath the Ace of Swords, Duolingo. Look at you. Okay, now when this card comes, I want you to remember, we talk about this a lot on this channel and others, I'm sure, is when things like cards that tend to represent love, it begins here. It begins with you. It begins with self-love, learning how to properly nurture yourself and tend to yourself, tend to your business, tend to your mind, tend to your emotions, that intellectual maturity and emotional maturity. But you know what I mean? We have officially coming up underneath the Ace of Swords, the Lovers card, fam. I'm trying to censor because YouTube, with that blazing freaking sun at the top with this angel, you have the Tree of Knowledge, the Tree of Life represented. This feels so like the way these two are showing up feels so much like, here you go. This is a checkpoint, fam. You have reached another checkpoint. If you haven't yet, if you're still sitting here, I don't want to just say girl, I don't want to just say boy. I want to say my fellow humans. You know what I mean? You're doing it. Those positive vibes that you are curating, have been curating and working on, that like we talk a lot about retraining your subconscious, fam, it's working. And you know it's working. I feel like a lot of times all that we're doing, we're just esoteric life coaches, right? We're just confirming things for you. You don't even need us. You got all this going on inside. It's fine. Hello, right? What's going to come up underneath that strength card? Boosh. The Four of Swords. Yes, yes. This and the Emperor, right? I feel like they both go into cards like the Emperor, because the Emperor's sitting there on his throne just like the Empress, vibing. It's still a vibe, right? He doesn't have to do shit. I mean, not only can he delegate and stuff, but he's already handled so much. Things are just kind of handling themselves now, right? And she is about that gravitational pull. But I feel like she kind of hogs all the limelight in that sense. And people tend to forget that, no, he's doing the same thing. But he's got that armor on. So if he needs to handle it, he can. He's got that kind of leadership quality, right? This is kind of feeling the same. This pairing right now is kind of feeling like the same vibe here. This, like, look at the swords. Who do you have to fight really at this point in your life? If there's anyone left to fight, like, no, the battle's done. And as Giles on Buffy would say, and we kind of won, but you know what I mean. Maybe you don't know, and that's fine too. This, when I see this card, honestly, I tend to think, yes, I do need to meditate more. You're right. You're absolutely right. This person has recognized that the battle's done, and they need to recharge. They need to reacclimate. They need to remember what it's like to be a citizen again, to be a part of life and living again. So they're getting all of that war, all of that battle, all of that negativity and trauma out of the way. They're healing. And meditation, things like meditations and affirmations, that remote kind of, or, you know, that positive vibes looping, if you're going to loop in that mind with those swords, right? It's time to heal. We're letting go. That's a part of this, right? Letting go of the opinions of others and remembering the sound of your own heartbeat, your own thoughts, your own opinions, your own intuition, and reacclimating that. I mentioned it can be so awkward. Personally, like, for me, it's been eczema. Like feeling like I need land legs because I've been hanging out in the ocean for so long. I didn't say too long. I said so long. And I like to explore. Okay, whatever. And like, okay, you know, like there are things, what I've been feeling lately and thinking, what keeps coming to mind is there are things you are trying to manifest that simply don't fulfill you anymore. They don't fit anymore. And while all of us have been going, so many of us anyway, to be fair, so many, maybe not all, but so many of us have been going through this transitional, this growth and healing and such, but it can be awkward as we're, part of my wording, purging it, right? You're getting this dis-ease out of your body, and it's manifesting in different ways. Some people have been sick a lot, and for me it's eczema. You may have noticed that this pinky has been really red in my recent readings. Dude, this hand, this like, I take care of my mom, and she's not only old, but she, you know, like, I got to be very careful about how I'm handling myself. Like, I still mask up and stuff, right? Because I don't want any of it, okay? Nothing. I'm not bringing that home to my mama, okay? Like, she doesn't need it. It would not help. It would not help. So I don't really feel like I have that ability to purge in that way. It's more so, it's eczema, man. Like, I'm working through it, fam. That's what I'm doing. And maybe you can understand that. That's what these kind of cards are really tapping into. Whatever it looks like for you, we're just like, man, why is my skin so dry? Why is my stomach So like, you know what I mean? Your body has been, you are adjusting, you are acclimating to a new existence, fam. Your mind has, you have created new neurological pathways. You have changed, right? What's coming up underneath that Justice card? You have some messages coming in, maybe from someone who's younger than you. This may represent you on this new journey with these new beautiful ideas served. I like to say served on a golden platter, right? Anytime I see those beautiful gold backgrounds, new ideas, new creations, you have a new garden to cultivate, fam. This is a new phase in your life, and it's coming in. I mean, there are a lot of swords, and the swords aren't messing around. There are also 3 out of 8 cards, 3 of them are major arcana. The pentacles are the earth, and they take time. This is daily progress being made, right? So you tell me what resonates, fam. I'm not a dictator. The fact that these are paired up, to me, feels like, here you go. Here you go. On a gold platter, fam. What shall we do with this incredible energy that is entering our lives now that we're ready for it? We have no idea what's going to happen, and that can be scary sometimes. But you're ready for this. You reached that tier, fam. Well done. What's coming up as a little caboose at the end of this reading? It's the 7 of Wands. Now, this person looks like they're really battling, right? But my question to you is, who do you really need to... Excuse me? This person's at the top of the world. Who are they fighting? This isn't about fighting. This is about remembering that your passions, that fire within you, you know, is worth it. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Have faith in yourself. Those vibes are going to be nice and high, and it's just going to emanate from you. It's enabling all of this change. You're doing the thing. I love being able to say that. You're doing the thing. It's great. Like, is this person really fighting? Who are they fighting? Are those wands down below? Are those 6 wands below them just really poking at them? Or are they setting the wands down because it's, I'm done. I'm done. I don't need to explain myself. You either get it or you don't. And either way, it doesn't matter because this is my life. And I'm not changing my mind. There are no backsies. No backsies. I'm not doing that crap anymore. And boosh, this is legacy building, right? You're doing, if that's what you're concerned about, well done. Yes. The bottom card in this tarot reading is the Page of Wands. Oh my goodness, that's 2 pages. 2 beautiful, beautiful pages going on there. Look at that white background that tends in comparison to the golden platter that your manifestations and hopes and wishes are coming on, you know, that you can hopefully profit off of. Heyo, is a blank background. I like to think of it as a blank canvas. And when you think of fire, like the Knight of Wands is the second fastest knight in the tarot, right? What is this Page of Wands? What's that vibe to you? I like to think it's whatever will I do with you? Where shall we go next? What's up? Maybe there's something you're passionate about that you're new at and you're finally giving it a go and you feel like the novice. But you know what you're doing and you have enough lit up inside of you to see you through. You have every right to be trusting yourself. Okay? Yeah, that's a good gist of, that's a good like vibe for the whole reading. I like to think of the base, the bottom card as like, that's the main gist. You'll have the particular cards, but this is the main gist. How do you feel, fam? I like it. I dig. I don't know about you, but this looks good. This is a great week. This is a great day, whatever. Whenever it is that you find this, I trust it's at just the right time. And I really appreciate your company. I hope you're looking forward to it because I know I am. Let's go. What's next, fan? Hey. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and keeping me company. I really appreciate I'm so nervous because I'm about to start saying, hey, if you dig it, maybe you can, you know, subscribe and give it a like. And I'm just tripping all over myself. And I'm just going to leave it in so you can witness. I'm a goober. It's all right. I embrace this. Thank you either way. I do appreciate it. And always remember, fan, I believe in you.